How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Goosebumps number 2, Stay Out of the Basement. This is from 1992 and is written by R.L. Stine. And overall, this is a pretty fun book again as well. Mad scientist horror, plant horror, but also real-world concepts that are actually quite scary that get paralleled with the events of this book. And more on those in a minute. But overall, a really fun, exciting story. The basement is a super cool, creepy location, and lots of fun, plant monsters and stuff in here. Overall, definitely a good book, and a fun Tim Jacobus cover with the plant monster reaching its way out of the door. Cool stuff all around. I guess let's go ahead and start talking a little bit about the plot. I'm not going to do any major spoilers, but that being said, I want to say my piece on a few plot points and make sure you guys have a basic idea as to what the book's about, but no major spoilers. We open up with these siblings, Margaret and Casey, and they've moved to California. So they have to start their life over. They moved there because their dad, Dr. Brewer, got a job working at the university. However, shortly after working there, he's managed to get himself fired. One of those, my bosses just don't understand my work, a little bit Herbert West, but he gets kicked out and decides to continue his work in the basement, and he'll get really snappy if you try to go down there. They say he's usually a nice guy, but you get caught going down in the basement. Stay out of there. It's dangerous. Don't disturb my plants. Yeah, he's doing plant-based research, and you do get a few times where they look in the basement, and it is very creepy. They talk about there's these big, strange plants and strange machinery all around them, but it's super humid out down there. You can almost feel it when you're reading it. And they talk about how the plants will move and twitch, and it sounds like they're breathing. Yeah, that's a cool set. But he'll yell at their kids when they go down there, and the relationship with the father has crumbled. And that is one of those really good, important things with this book, Fiction is a good kind of cathartic way to talk about real-world horror and sad things people might encounter in their real life and kind of helping the culture process them. In this case, it's a super dark idea that what if someone in your own family, what if your own father, what if they were dangerous and you couldn't trust them? That is deep, dark, and scary. But the idea he drugged them all to California, they changed their whole life for this job, which he immediately loses, and kind of going nuts to prove himself, to try to say, my research was valid, and the idea that, your parent could undergo stress, like say the loss of a job, and to witness someone you loved turn completely and seem to become another person, that's real world deep dark horror that we're letting people analyze and kind of process through fiction, which I think is really cool and interesting. But anyway, the dad's starting to turn on them, and the mom has to go away. You see her sister, the kid's aunt, has surgery that didn't go as well as planned, and she's going up to where their aunt lives kind of indefinitely, just until she gets better. And again, just piling on real-world scenarios there. But now they're left with the family member they don't trust, and, they're seeing strange things, They see that he's got a bandage on his hand, and one time the girl sees that he's got green blood. He starts to, do suspicious things. Like there's one scene where he's trying to get them to eat this strange food that he's made them, and the kids are like, I do not know what's in there. And a few other hints that there's more going on. And to be fair, reading this as an adult and reading this knowing it's a story, you kind of go, oh man, kids, this is way worse than you think. You gotta get out of there. But yeah, it does lead to some really fun moments, and there is good over-the-top fun plant-based horror, especially when you get to the climax and you see additional things that are hidden away in this laboratory. That is kind of one of the frustrating parts, is there's a door in the back of the laboratory and you're like, okay, there's something back there, and you kind of start to go, kids, open that door. The plot is back there, open the door. And of course it takes them a while to get to it. But overall, building to a fun climax, talking about real world horror, having fun over the top monsters, and the idea that, can you trust your own father? Man, that is dark. So overall, I had a fun time with this book, and I definitely thought it was a really good one. So I can really see, this is only the second Goosebumps book. You opened up with Welcome to Dead House. That one was really dark and creepy. And so is this one too. You can really see Goosebumps got off on a really strong foot. And you really see how it became so popular later on. But yeah, definitely would recommend this. I do have book 3, but I also have a few other books. Like I got Phantom of the Auditorium and Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes. Both of those look really good, so I don't know which one I'll get to next. But I'm definitely going to continue to read more of these and scour used bookstores until I find more. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my R.L. Stine playlist. I should have reviews for Night of the Living Dummy and Curse of the Mummy's Tomb in there, as well as number 1, Welcome to Dead House, and some Fear Street stuff as well. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. R.L. Stine playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.